Now here is a company that has had one heck of a fight. FMK Firearms is making handguns in California. Not only are they making handguns in California, but they're trying to do them at an affordable price. This is the 9C1 G2. It comes in a rather nice stackable and lockable case that opens easily. So the case, we've got room for ammo here. Came with some oil and 2 magazines. Here's the gun, and our manuals are behind. Let's take a look at this thing. So of course we'll start by showing clear. Drop the magazine. Magazine fell free. And chamber's clear. Side's pretty smooth. So the FMK we have some experience with. I had one, an earlier version of the 9C1 G2. This is the newer one with the improved trigger, and we had a lot of trouble with it. So I'm curious to see with these newer ones how they're doing. Side frame got a little bit of play. Barrel's got a wee bit of play. Nice contours to it. We have a rail spot here. These finger grooves fit nicely, even with large hands like mine. Magazine release definitely stands out some. You can see the definition there. And there's a bit of depression here to give you some room. Controls within reach. Got a somewhat rubberized back pad here. A loaded chamber indicator that pops out from the rear. That's kind of nice. Very tight fit on the back side there. Coming around the end. Thank you Armed Forces and Proudly American. Nicely done. Now this has a Glock-esque set of sights on it. You can see it's got that bracket and white dot, but I did notice that in our case we also have some traditional 3-dot sights that came. So it's kind of nice to have options come from the factory, especially on such an inexpensive firearm. Magazine seats nicely. See how these newer triggers are. We've got a safety doohickey in the middle. Creeps. Little squish that breaks. Let's see what the reset's like. Very definitive. Takes you right back to the wall with another creep and breaks again. So not a match trigger, but also not terrible. Let's take a look at the machining inside. So we see we've got steel inserts in resin for the rails. That probably helps keep it lightweight. Construction is very similar to a Glock. In fact, a lot of parts look to be quite similar. Recoil spring is captured as a plastic guide rod, just like Glock uses. Barrel's got some weight to it. Locking lug is pronounced. Ramp is very short. And the slide, our safety doohickey. Some tooling marks, but not too bad. Overall, I'd say for an affordable gun, which this is, seems to be on par with what we've come to expect from other manufacturers. The big question is, how is it going to run? Gotta say, our experiences with the early ones were not that great, but they say things have changed, so we'll get it out there and give it a try. If I can get this back together. Doesn't seem, there we go. Didn't want to slide on. Part of that snug fit back there meant for a snug fit up front. What do you think? Have you shot one of these? Have you seen them at the range, or owned one, or had a friend own one? If so, which version did you have? We'll get it out for some shooting. Magazine, by the way, is 14+1. Thanks for watching GB Guns, and if you watched this far, you appreciate our format and what we're doing, or maybe you're waiting to make that really angry comment. Either way, click the big griffin up here to subscribe, the link over here to show you a related video based on what you just watched, or down here is the playlist relevant to this video. Once again, we appreciate your feedback, your comments. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, and we'll see you in the next video.